Okay, now let's move on to video effects. Click on this arrow to the left here. And there are so many video effects available that they have them broken down into subcategories. I'm going to pick a simple one. Click on Adjust. Then I'm going to drag the brightness and contrast effect over to my clip. This is a handy one in case the lighting in your map isn't quite bright enough, or if you wanted to emphasize the image more. You can just change the values here and fine-tune the look of your picture. You can also adjust the color this way too. So if I were to drag this over, then expand it, well nuts, this isn't the one I was hoping for. There's one of these that's a little more intuitive and doesn't give you a ton of options like this one does. I swear, there's a dozen effects just for color alone in Premiere. I'm going to delete this one. Let's try Channel Mixer. Nope, that's even more complicated. Oh well, we'll go with this one anyway. Let's say I wanted to give this a more sickly appearance. I could turn up the green, and boom, it's gone from being a friendly gas stop to one you'd expect in a horror movie or a Matrix sequel. Oh, and another handy feature. Say you wanted to keep your effect, but you wanted to disable it temporarily. You can click on this F in italics, and it will turn off your effect. This is quite handy for effects that take up a lot of processing power. Okay, I think the color's already fine, so I'll delete this. And I'll delete the brightness and contrast too. I'll go over one more effect that can be pretty important. Cropping. This is the same thing I was going over earlier in Virtual Dub, but now let's look at it in Premiere. Go to Transform, Crop, then drag that over to the clip. Then expand that effect. And unlike Virtual Dub, which uses pixels, Premiere uses percentages. You can just pick the edge you want, then drag the percentage number to the right, or click on it and type in the number manually. So if I wanted to make this widescreen, I could take a little off the top and the bottom. And if you want to stretch your cropped image, just check the box that says Zoom. Now if you do use this to make your footage widescreen, the main problem is that you have to calculate what percentage of your clip needs to be cropped in order to meet the right ratio. So it's a little bit extra math, but it still works. I'll go ahead and delete this. And again, there are way more effects here than I have time to cover, so you'll have to experiment. Here are some blur and sharpening filters. Distortion can mess up your image if you want. Noise can be nice if you want to give your film a grittier look, etc. There's a lot of great effects to get you started.